Alright, hey guys, welcome back to another commentary video. I still make these. So this one goes out to my boy, Rafi. He really liked my dragon tier list, and he was like, hey yo, you gotta make another tier list. And I was like, I. So I decided to make another tier list. I got two people that I found off the streets joining me today. I got Icy and Neon Leon here. Say hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, what up?
Yeah, no, these guys are in one of my discords that I'm in. Polite fellows. Decided to ask them to help me out making this list, because I like having some co-commentary for these tier lists, because if I'm just sitting here for however long just talking to myself, it gets kind of boring. One of my favorite parts of tier lists is people arguing about what goes where. So
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, so as you can see from what I've got on the screen right now, I got some legendary heroes ready to go. No mythics on this one, so I put all the mythics in a little box at the bottom here, titled NA. We won't be rating the mythics on this one, so it's just legendaries. A couple ground rules, I guess. I want to rate them just off of like their merits as units. So like nothing related to like what their blessing gives or like what blessing they are. I feel like that's fair,
Yeah, I think that's fair
Yeah.
too.
For sure.
because I think that water units might have like a advantage if we were to
Same
include
for
new blessings.
yeah.
hmm
But yeah, anyway, so first things first, we go in legendary Alm. I mean, I'm thinking like SRA, like right off the bat, this man is
Oh yeah.
disgustingly powerful, right?
Yep.
Because if for all of his like screw, what's defense?
Yeah.
Yeah, I there's like a recurring theme with like these new like paragraph long weapon descriptions, like legendary Alm, Celica, the duo unit. Their descriptions are really long, so I just don't bother reading their descriptions, and I just assume they either double me or one shot me.
Oh yeah.
And I feel like that's a pretty safe assumption to make with characters like legendary Alm.
At this
Oh yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
at this point, I feel like that is very true because we see heroes like Alm for sure, and then he just destroys armor units and doesn't even give a crap about your defense.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
yeah.
basically.
And
Every time.
also we just got legendary Kromm, which is also another crazy unit.
Yeah,
They be making these legendary archers like fucking insane at this point.
Yeah.
yeah. Archers in general have really gotten better in the past
Yeah, no.
few
Major
months.
glow ups for those units.
Yeah.
But then we have like legendary Lin.
Oh my god, don't even get me
Uh,
started with that.
she came out before archers started becoming OP.
That's true. They
Yeah.
kind of
It's
screwed
like
her over.
Yeah.
it's kind of like Takumi, like probably the most broken unit in the game until skill inheritance was a thing, and then he just fell over like really bad.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, legendary Alm really good offensively. I see him most commonly on infantry pulse defense teams because he's got a really nice 2 cooldown special. By the way, another recurring theme I think we're gonna see: legendary specials are fucking busted.
Oh yeah,
yes, for
oh
sure.
yeah, oh yeah. Whether it's a support or the actual special, insane.
Yeah, they're always so good. I'm gonna put him in S for now, just because, like, looking down the line, I don't see too many people that are better than him. We might move him to A later on. Like, we can make changes
Yeah, the tier
as we
list
go
Yeah,
might
on.
fluctuate depending on
for
what
right now,
like
I see him as S, mainly
yeah.
because he
Yeah.
could destroy armor units.
All right. Next up, legendary Azura, S plus tier, best unit in the game. Like,
Oh yeah, best dancer for sure as well.
She's still the best dancer in my opinion. Like still
Oh
hasn't
yeah,
yeah,
fallen down.
definitely. Like,
the
like
best
we have like
dancer.
Peony and the furry
Peony is
dancers.
literally free
Yeah.
version of.
But
Yeah.
yeah, but like allowing your infantry units to move 3 spaces as well as splashing +7s on them with Hone 4, it's just like disgustingly powerful.
Yeah. And then there's like a lot of there was a whole problem. Remember, I don't know, like a little bit back then legendary Azure was like a whole problem in the community where people would have to like build teams around the Zero to counter her. At least in
That
AR,
was
people back then would have to build teams around the Elo Zero to counter her.
yeah.
Yeah,
And plus,
definitely.
she gives like extra movement to
No, yeah, the extra movement's
infantry.
actually insane.
Yeah.
Like I did a whole like 20 minutes when I was streaming one time. Nobody was watching, so I was talking to myself, but there's like I did like a whole like demonstration talking about how teams like modern arena defense teams are more like high paced, even though infantries are the meta now and like cavalries were the meta back then. And the reason they're so high paced is because legendary Azura can be run in like high scoring arena defense teams nowadays because her special
Yeah.
is like scores the same amount as like harsh command plus or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's literally like an ether too. It gives points for
Yeah.
having ether in the
So
skill too.
yeah, so
plus-
she's scoring super high, and then she's allowing infantry units to move 5 spaces during their turn, essentially, which is giving them a wider threat range than like ranged cavalries, which was the meta and was considered like fast paced back then.
Mhm. And you guys remember like the Robin map, the Grand Hero map of Robin?
Yeah.
Shallow ass hallway. Like she literally got my Egret out of dangers like through that shallow space in the hallway.
Yeah. You can like accomplish things with legendary Azura that you can't accomplish with like literally anybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So therefore, actually the best dancer in the game.
Yeah. In my
It
opinion,
still
she's the best
is.
unit in the game.
Yeah, one of the best units for sure.
Also the fact that she can like give bonuses to your the what's it called, the stats of the units. +7 by the way, it's +7.
Yeah.
Or like up to +7 at least.
Yeah, with
To
Home
all
Core.
to all the stats, it helps a lot. Like
Yeah,
it's
she can
crazy.
literally give you a buff that is impossible to acquire otherwise.
Yes.
Like +1 on
Unless you have like
res or whatever.
like she's I mean there's another unit that can kind of do the same thing, but it's more of a bonus doubler, and I think we're talking about Kaden here.
Yeah.
But it's not a dancer, so
Yeah, that's the only downside of Kaden.
Plus, with Kaden, you have to play a back tank, and Legendary Azura is like insanely good for forward tanks. Like,
yeah.
a lot of the time I'll like dance somebody and then move them into like the enemy's blob of units and Aether raids, and I'll be able to kill a priority target with the 3 move. That like the target that would kill me otherwise, and then I can just tank everybody else that's less scary.
Oh, for sure.
But yeah, okay. Enough legendary Azura
I know, we
jerk-offing.
all love legendary Azura.
Yeah, well, we definitely
that's a fact
love
right there.
legendary Azura. Yeah, that's
That's
the
a
proper
fact
word
right
to
there.
use right there. All right.
And let's see.
So up next we got legendary Celica. As I said before, I actually like don't know what she does. I just know she always doubles and she always kills. So that I just go into the
Isn't she,
assumption
like-
of that. So
Doesn't she have the same perk as legendary Julia, where screw your resistance?
I have no idea.
let me
You
check
guys can
real
take
quick.
this one over.
So what her weapon does is grant speed +3 if unit initiates combat, deals damage equal to 25% of foe's res. So and it also ignores reductions to res from special skills.
So it's like the
legendary-
Brave Alm,
the
or
legendary
legendary
Julia
Alm.
perk.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's more of legendary alms, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm saying the res part of Julia's part, but yeah,
Yeah.
Other than that, the +3 speed is definitely the same as Alm.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
she's
so-
plus the like damage based off of their defensive stats. So it's like allowing her to shred tanks.
I
So
guess
pretty-
IS really love Shadows of Valentia.
Plus she
Yeah,
also has
so-
that legendary B skill. I looked her up as well.
Oh,
Which
yes. Okay.
I think is that
Let's
null
see.
follow up? Neutralizes effects that guarantee foes follow up its attack or prevent units follow ups attack during combat.
Yeah, it looks like no follow-up to me.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
null follow up combined with desperation.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's pretty insane.
Plus like the shred. Yeah, she's like insanely powerful.
Basically, mage alm if I were you. Yeah.
Yeah,
like I said,
she's
a
also
res
like
tank
stupid
version of
fast.
Alm.
I mean, I'd go like A tier.
Yeah, I'd say A
'Cause
tier.
Yeah, because I
she's
think
like,
she can still get fucked up offensively, like
yeah.
physically.
The difference between her and Alm, think, and I think the reason that I still stay with Alm in S tier and her in A tier is just because of that legendary special that Alm has.
And
It's 2
also,
cooldown. It allows him to be really more useful in infantry pulse teams. Plus, you already have probably more magical options as compared to physical options, which I think are rarer.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the fact that she's also a green mage, kind of, kind of iffy.
Why is that iffy? Oh yeah, Thrasier. Okay, up next I got Legendary Kromm. Okay, I'm gonna give a hot take right now. I like Future Visions better than his assist. Obviously the stat bonuses on his assist are really good, but I just like swap for a refresh assist
Oh yeah,
more than
future
reposition.
vision is insane.
Which we'll get into it when we talk about Lucina.
Yeah, we'll get into that later.
So I like that part of Lucina like slightly more than Kromm, but Kromm's got like really good defensive stats. He's like super tanky.
Oh yeah.
I know
And
that he's been like a real pain in the ass in arena defense for the past however long since he's come out.
yeah, and the stats that he has as an archer unit, they're pretty good. He has some decent defense, which is pretty bulky. Even then, he has like 25 res, neutral IVs. Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty decent.
Yeah, his base offense is like pretty insane.
I will say
Yeah.
he is blue, which isn't like the best. Like I don't know how many people that claim they're having trouble run like green tanks on their team, but I run like
Yeah.
Mur on my team, and she's able to, even with the effective damage from a bow, she's still able to tank him pretty handedly
Yeah,
just because he's
and
blue.
my cause I also use Sheena for, against Kromm, and she does pretty okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I have not encountered a Kromm on my part. So
but his weapons also like if the enemy's HP is 100%, he like neutralizes his penalties.
Oh yeah,
Or
true.
yeah, I believe
and
neutralizes his
gives them
penalties.
a huge buff, a debuff
Yeah.
on attack and defense.
Which is
Yeah,
like
and
a little odd if you're being an enemy phase unit, but I can see where it's coming from.
Yeah.
and his bow is actually effective against armored foes. So
Oh, is it? I didn't
yeah,
even realize.
yeah,
Yeah, it
That's
is
all right,
against
but I guess that's probably why people are having problems, because their
yeah,
armor
because like
units aren't able to tank him.
yeah, because
Yeah,
I know
I feel like green armor units are the only ones that be alright.
Yeah.
But
they're
still.
okay. Because like for example, my plus 10 Sheena, which is supposed to be an enemy face unit, she has like a lot of trouble countering Kromm. She has died to him a couple times.
Damn.
Yeah.
So they must have like a plus attack Kromm or some shit if they're fucking on Sheena like that.
Yeah.
I mean, he has been a bonus unit, I think.
Right. So up next,
Wait,
legendary
where are we
Erica.
putting him? Where are we putting him?
Oh, I'd say
Say
A tier.
A.
Yeah, A tier.
A tier. All right. See. I want to base it off my personal experiences and put him in B tier, but I'll leave him in A tier because I believe everybody that says they've had trouble with him. I personally have not had trouble with him, but
I have not even encountered one, nor do I want to.
We can move him down if you want to later. We just gotta
yeah.
go
Yeah,
through the
well, it
list.
depends.
All right. Up next here, I got legendary Erica.
Yeah,
have
legendary
you
Erica.
guys seen that video? I forgot what it was. I forgot who made it, but it was like a guy that always like memes Arden's defense, and he tanked a Black Luna from Zelgius, and took 0 damage, which Black Luna is like 80% reduction, and then he tanked legendary Lucina, and he got one shot because she's got 100% reduction when you combine her B skill with Luna.
Oh wow.
Damn.
This is a funny meme.
Legendary Erica.
Yeah, legendary Erica. I
Eh,
I don't see her like anywhere.
Yeah,
I feel
And
like she's not one of the good ones. She is like one of the first legendary units to release.
okay, here's her problem. She is a melee cavalier, and melee
Yes.
cavaliers suck hot butt. They're so bad.
Especially, they're not a player phase unit at all.
She's pretty player phase. Like she used to be pretty fast back in her day. Like she used to be the only attack speed solo fodder for a while. But
Yeah.
this is a current tier list, not a 1 year ago tier list. So while her B skill is pretty fun and pretty meme worthy, she's a melee cavalier, and her focus isn't gale forcing,
Yeah.
which is
I
like the
would
only
call her
thing
like
you'd use them for.
I call her a melee chip and dip kind of unit right there.
I think that her like my favorite thing that I would use her for if I had her would probably be like that whole meme 100% defense reduction.
Yeah, just do the meme play right there.
But that's like for memes. Honestly, I'm thinking D. Like we got to put somebody in D, and I only see like one other character, maybe two that I would want to put there.
Yeah.
So nothing against you, Erica. You're pretty fun, and you used
like
to be
Erica.
really good fodder for a while. But I mean, you're a melee cavalier. Like what?
Yeah.
Speaking of melee cavaliers, and speaking of me about to completely go against what I just said, legendary Eliwood. I really love him.
Yeah.
Because he has the freaking
bonus
home.
doubler.
Yeah, he's got the bonus doubler home, which is really insane because it stacks with the bonus doubler A skill.
And also Marv. If you pair him up with like legendary Marv, oh man.
Yeah, I don't like the triple bonus doubler legendary Marth personally because I feel like he's just a ball of stats that isn't doing anything. But it's a nice meme. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, it's a meme, yeah, but like it works though. You know, it just works.
My ideal use for him is in Aether Raids whenever it's wind season. You can use him and still get the points as if he had the blessing. So I like to use him as a support whenever I'm able to, just to like give an extra bonus doubler, like throw some extra stats on my units. Because here's the thing about the bonus doubler home, it's a set of buffs that you can only obtain that stack with other blue buffs, that stack with spurs, that stack with everything else, and you can only obtain them through him. And I was making like a big deal about how you can get +7 to defense and res from legendary Ozra, and that's the only way you can get that extra +1. With legendary Eliwood, you're getting an extra +7, and you can only get that from him. So super insane in my opinion for like buffing.
And then he can hit pretty hard too. That attack stat that he has is pretty insane.
Yeah, he's like funny one shot.
I feel like everything about him is like attack, whether it's him dealing damage or like debuffing other units' attack.
Yeah, I can understand the negative where because he also gives the +6 attack defense, I believe, if there's a dragon on the team, and sometimes it's like, oh, how am I gonna run a dragon? Well, you don't have to get the +6. You can give the buffs from somebody else, and he'll still give the bonus doubler.
And you're more likely to deploy beast units with cavalry because some beast units are classified as cavalry.
Yeah. So I'm thinking
if
like
you ever want to do like a horse emblem type of deal.
I'm thinking like middle A, high B. Personally, I think he's better than Kromm.
You think he's better than Kromm? So maybe put him at A.
Yeah.
All right.
We can move later if we need to. Okay, up next we got legendary Ephram. He's basically the same as what's that?
I have not seen legendary Ephram deployed in such a long time.
There was a specific time where I encountered a legendary Ephram. It was the only time I ever encountered a legendary Ephram. He had Heavy Blade Gale Force. He freaking bonked my ass like super hard, and then he trapped like my other unit because he had like pass, I think.
Oh damn! Wow,
and
putting pass on a unit.
No, the pass tech actually worked. That's probably why it's so ingrained in my head because he was able to pass through somebody and trap another unit. And he won. He was able to win because of that, because of Gale Force pass. But I'm not saying that's what you should run on him. That's just like the one time I had an experience with him. I feel like he's pretty similar to Erica. It's just that he exchanges speed for auto doubles, which can sometimes be better and sometimes be worse, depending on if the enemy has no follow up or not. And then a
And
little
like
bit more
90%
tankiness.
of the time, nobody's gonna run soul on anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he suffers from the exact same problem as Legendary Erica, in that he's a melee cavalier that's focused his offense. Yeah, I'm just gonna put him like D. I think he's a little bit better than Erica, maybe. Yeah, I think he's better than Erica. So I'm gonna put him in
Yeah.
D tier, but again, nothing against him. I still think he's pretty cool. It's just,
So we got Fjorm next.
Yeah, we got Fjorm next. Okay, people like to shit on Fjorm for good
Bro,
reason.
I think she's good. I think she's good.
Yeah, I think the people that do shit on Fjorm do it with good reason, because their argument is valid in that her stats are kind of lackluster. But I've
Oh,
seen
yeah.
plus 10 Fjorms go nuts.
Yeah, bro.
Is
Yeah,
she
you
still
can
on?
do-
Sorry.
you can do some. You can give her like pretty good. There's some very memey like builds for her that actually work. I've seen some of my friends actually put them in as their lead unit, and I've used them before, and it's pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of other better options, but I do still think she's a little bit better than people give her
Yeah, for
credit for.
sure.
Is she still on the free-to-play bonus unit rotation with the ass scrubs and Aether rates?
Let me see. For right now,
I think so. I think she is actually.
If she's still in the rotation, then that's really good for her, because that means you can consistently get your tank to be the bonus unit, which is like really good.
Yeah,
because they
that
get extra stats.
that ice mirror skill against like distant dealing and units is pretty insane actually, especially when you have quick riposte on seal on her as well.
I actually don't know about Ice Mirror. I don't know if I prefer Ice Mirror or like Noontime or Soul.
Because I gave her ether as well as an alternative as well.
Yeah, Ether could be a reasonable thing. I'd put her in like C tier. I don't know.
Yeah,
Like,
put her in like high C, low B.
Yeah, I hate to like talk her up like this and then put her in the second lowest tier, but like legendary units in general are probably gonna be like a bit higher quality than an average unit. So like we're just rating them against themselves, and you have to have somebody in the lower tiers, right?
yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think this is just more to speak about how OP the high tier guys are than how bad she is. So I'll put her in C for now. All right,
Yeah, makes sense.
we got
We
Gunthra.
got Gunthra.
What do you guys think about Gunthra? I feel like she's very niche.
Yeah.
Yeah, very
Res,
very
come-
situational.
Mages, come on. Congrats.
I think that ranged cavalry is pretty good, and I do feel like she has a place. But I see her so little that I forget what she does.
Yeah. She seems to be heavily focused on res.
Yeah, she is. I think she has what was her weapon effect again? Was it the same as Cloud Mayogi? Or what? Not Cloud Mayogi. Freaking Broadleaf fan. Where
she has Blizzard, which grants her res 3 and grants bonus to units attack and totals penalties on bows during combat.
Yeah, so it's the same as Broadleaf fan.
Yeah.
Which people do.
And her defense is garbage. You can tank shit.
The question is though, like, why would you ever run her when you have Broadleaf fan? Because that's a thing now, or Matthew, who's like even more free to play.
Yeah.
Like, cause like you can merge them easily. They're able to splash debuffs, so they're able to like affect their own weapon. And I know that Gunthra has debuffs, but they're not built into her weapon. I'm pretty sure they're built into her B skill.
Yeah.
Which means she doesn't have room for Vantage if you want to get
Nope.
the debuff splash. So I feel like she's kind of niche. I'd put her in.
I mean, C tier to be, in my opinion, C.
Yeah, she's attractive, but yeah, I put her in C tier.
I'm thinking D tier, honestly. Like
B tier.
D tier, like maybe like I don't know if she's better or worse than the FEH siblings.
I don't know. I mean, To me, she's a very situational unit, and that alone. Oh, and she's also like a green cavalry, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know where to place.
I'll just put her. I'll just
We
put her
put her in the
behind
same
Erica.
spot. So
All right.
we got
Okay. Okay. Legendary Hector.
Oh
I
boy.
do not care
Hmm.
about anything in Legendary Hector's kit except for Ostean Pulse. I'm gonna be real. I think Ostean Pulse is really good. I think Hector as a unit is like every armor, like he eventually gets power crept and stats, and then you can just one shot him with everyone.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Ostean's Pulse.
He was
that distant counter fodder.
this thing kind of.
Unfortunately, this isn't a fodder tier list. It's a use tier list.
Yep.
So yeah, I don't
He can
really.
still
Sorry. Yeah.
wait. No, he can still put in work, because he was one of the most better armor units back then, but he kind of fell off.
Yeah. He kinda
Yeah,
fell off.
definitely. Whenever I see like a scary, well, like when I say the word scary armor unit in arena, like usually what comes to your mind is like Fallen Tiki, like Surtur maybe, but definitely not Legendary
yeah,
Hector.
Fallen Tiki is just a unit you don't want to mess with.
Yeah, like there's a very clear cut way that you can beat Hector.
Yeah.
But
Probably put him in-
Ostia's Pulse I think is like so good because it's kind of like Infantry Pulse on crack. Because you don't, I'm pretty sure there's no HP requirement, and you're able to
Yeah.
splash it onto like non-infantry units. So because of that, I feel like he's very premier for like armor Gale Force. I don't know if you guys know the armor Gale Force.
Oh yes, I do.
Raid's offense.
Yeah.
He's really useful
Oh,
for that
shit.
because he can splash -1s onto all your armors, and he's also an armor himself, so you can run like Bold Fighter Sling Axe or something.
So to me, he's probably high B.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
I'd value him a little bit.
maybe a little bit lower, right?
Yeah, like I'd say like B,
Is he
high
better
C.
than the sacred? Is he better than the Sacred Stone siblings?
Yes,
That's the
definitely.
question.
I'm
yeah.
questioning whether he's better than Fjorm or not.
Um.
I think that if you're not considering the blessings, because if you were considering blessings, I think I'd put Fjorm up.
Yeah.
But if you're not considering blessings, I honestly think I'd rather have a Hector than a Fjorm.
Yeah. Well, me too.
All right, so I'll put him in B tier for now.
B tier. All right.
All right. We got Harid.
All right, Hrid. I'm biased to Hrid. I think he's actually pretty cool, even though he's a sword.
I still have to build it. Yeah, I still have to build a Harid.
Everybody always laughs like, haha, Hrid DC fodder, but I feel like they don't bother using him. I know that I like hate melee cavalry and stuff, but like Hrid's weapon is just really cool.
Yeah,
Hey,
guaranteed follow-up attack when there's like a negative status.
Yo,
Yeah.
that attack stat is also pretty good too.
Yeah, his attack stat is crazy. His there was
You
a
just
really
need to give him something to fix that speed.
yeah. Oh, the speed doesn't matter. Like his weapon is so good. Like
Oh yeah, true.
if the enemy
Like I
has
said,
a debuff, he gets he doesn't get doubled and he guarantees doubles.
Yeah, like I said, I still have to finish building my Harid
Yeah.
because I've still have to level him up and shit.
If they have no follow up, obviously you're fucked.
Oh yeah,
And
that's the thing. Harid is a situational unit as well.
he's I don't he's very stat reliant and he's come out like over a year ago I think at this point. So his
Yeah.
stats
I
don't
think
really
he's
hold
the
up.
best. I think he's the best of whatever. What's the name of the kingdom they're from again?
They're from
Starts
the Niffle.
Starts with it.
No,
Niffle.
is it?
I think he's the best Niffle unit in the out of the four.
I don't know. Honestly, I think Fjorm's better. Just because she's an infantry. Like I think infantries are that much better than cavalries. Where like
No,
just because Fjorm's
that
an
is
infantry.
true though.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I agree. Plus the whole the terrain crap they have to deal with is a little tough.
Like I'm wondering like how does he compare against like Ephram? Because Ephram's similar-ish. I think he's better than Ephram, honestly. because
Yeah,
he also
because of that situational where he could do a follow-up attack when
yeah
enemy units get debuffed.
yeah he can do a similar thing to Ephram where he gets a guaranteed double on player phase, but he also has an enemy phase, which Ephram doesn't.
Yeah.
I'd
probably like high B tier,
I'd put him C tier, like below
C
Fjorm
tier,
personally.
below Fjord.
Yeah. I take that back about the Harid. I think Fjorm is probably still better.
Just because, yeah.
Just because of the infantry
Yeah.
difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
Ice
real. If
Mirror
he was an
does
infantry
carry.
unit and he had the exact same weapon, I think he'd be like still good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Now
legendary
we got
Ike.
we got the one that everyone should have.
I really like legendary Ike actually. I think that
Same. I really do.
his legendary is Aether if you had a slaying weapon, but you don't need to run a slaying weapon,
Yeah.
and that's actually like
Yeah.
really good.
One of the
Any
most
of the breath skills are like pretty great. They're pretty insane.
yeah, he has warding breath.
I don't know if I'd run warding breath on him anymore. I'd feel like bonus doubler is probably better on him nowadays. Because like
I feel
legendary
like whatever
Lucina
gives
just
me
or
radiant
brave
ether.
Lucina just gives him the steady thing.
Yeah, I feel like whatever gives him the radiant ether faster is like good to me.
The fact that it's 4 cooldown instead of 5, the fact that it's an even cooldown actually makes the special timing a lot better. Because like for example, let's say you're running like bonus doubler and special spiral, and you have a brave Lucina supporting him. He's able to get it down to 2 cooldown, and then he gets attacked. He gets it to 0 cooldown with the special acceleration. Boom! He can just pop the Aether every time he gets attacked, basically, with that combo. And you're not able to do that with 5 cooldown Aether. You're only able to do that because he has 4. Plus, you're still able to run bonus doubler, so he's like getting more stats rather than DC or steady breath.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
I think he's better than Fjorm. I'd put him in B tier.
Yeah.
And the usability or like the usefulness for legendary Ike is really prevalent when we're talking about free to play guides. We all know this, right?
Yeah, everybody has a legendary Ike because we got him for free.
Everyone should have gotten a legendary Ike, whether they fathered him or actually used him.
Yeah, and at this point, if you're like a newer player and you are wondering if you should use him or fodder him, don't fodder him. Breath skills aren't worth it anymore because of legendary Brave Lucina. I'd say B tier, like above Hector.
Yeah, I think he's probably like the best one we got so far in B tier.
Yeah, definitely. Okay.
All
right. Next is Julia.
Next we got Julia.
I think Julia is pretty strong, actually.
Yeah, like I said, screw people's res.
Yeah. She's like really difficult to deal with, and that's like a common theme with like also base Julia and Deirdre, where like they just have like a bunch of like effects built into their weapons that just makes them difficult to deal with.
Yeah, like if you're a dragon user, good luck.
Even if you're not a dragon user, like there's been a real insurgence of high attack, low speed mages recently because of like infantry pulse teams, as well as like enemy phase tanking on Aether raids.
Because when me and Icy both did like Ether raids or something, a legendary Julia screwed up one-shotted our Felicia. I'm like, what the hell?
I was about to say that. Like, my Felicia is plus 10 and has double distant defense 3.
Yeah.
Well, distant defense 4 and then distant defense 3 for the seal. And even then, Julia kind of destroyed her.
Yeah. Like look at her like how much attack that she gets just from in kit. She has Virtuous Naga, which already gives attack plus 3. Then if your attack is greater than the foe's attack, you get another attack plus 6, so that's plus 9. Then her B skill inflicts res minus 2 on the foe, so that's another plus 11. Plus, it neutralizes the foe's bonuses.
Yeah, this unit is just kind of insane.
I think that she's really good, and what she has up on Ophelia and whatnot is that she's also decently tanky-ish.
Yeah, I put her like high A and or even S as far as I could go.
I don't know. I think I
She's one of the. I mean, to be honest, looking at the mages that we have gotten as legendary heroes so far, I'd say Julia deserves a spot in the A tier.
yeah, I'd put her in A
Yeah,
tier as well.
Julius.
I don't know if I'd go
Yeah,
like as far as that. I'd put her like above Kromm, I think.
Yeah.
and I think she's better than Celica per se.
You think she's better than Celica?
I mean, she's a blue unit. Blue units are a little bit better at times than the green units, but I mean,
Yeah, but the thing is, you have a lot of other blue options. I think like you also well,
yeah, we do have
you also have green
Ophelia.
options.
Yeah,
Never mind. It's good to have like somebody of each color. So like
Yeah.
when you think of competition for Julia, you have like Ophelia. Either way, I think that either way we put her in A tier.
A tier, alright.
yeah.
She's
Shit.
a really high damage. Plus, she's a stickier than Ophelia, which is pretty good
Yeah.
for defense teams. Legendary Leaf. I think
Oof.
Legendary Leaf is freaking awesome. I think that his
Yeah,
special is so
I'm
cool.
like reading his descriptions already. It's pretty insane stuff.
Yeah, he's got dual phase Brave Bow, and he's the only ranged unit that can get a form of Gale Force. I forget what it's called, but his special,
The Yorn Seal.
yeah, legendary.
Yeah,
His
that's
legendary
I'm reading
special,
that. Holy shit.
it lets him attack, and then he can move, but he's only allowed to move one space. But that's still like movement. Like that's still really cool.
Yeah. She beats for sure. The whole like because you remember how Brave Lynn was one of the best cavalry archers back then.
Yeah.
Definitely beats her.
Oh yeah, 100%. You can use him for a lot of really interesting things. I've seen him be really useful in hit and run. Aether Raid's offense teams, which hit and run isn't very common because a lot of the times you need to have a Bridal Fjorm in order to run it effectively, and not a lot of people have Bridal Fjorm. But if you are running hit
Yeah.
and run, Legendary Leaf is like one of the best units to run in it because he has a lot of offensive power, and then with his special, he's still able to get out much more effectively
Yeah.
than a melee unit would. Plus, a really fun combo. I don't know if you guys know that this actually works. If you run Wings of Mercy on him, even though with his special he can only move one spot, you can still Wings of Mercy with the Gale Force. So you can like smite him into the enemy team, kill somebody, and then just Wings of Mercy out of there.
It's pretty sick.
It's funny.
Where
And
should we
and
place?
plus it's sorry on the theme of versatility. He his brave weapon is dual phase, so you can also run Vantage on him. Oh, and he also has, I didn't even know he had this effect. If unit initiates combat, foe cannot make a follow-up attack. So, just a little extra right there, just in case you weren't satisfied enough.
Yeah.
I'm thinking A tier.
A tier.
Yeah.
Like high
Where
A
would
tier.
you
Like, I
place
think
him,
top
though?
of A tier.
Yeah. Where would you place him? Above and below?
I'd place him at the top of A tier, so like highest in A tier.
Oh
Above,
yeah.
above
All right.
Celica.
Because I was thinking the same thing. I was exactly thinking the same thing.
Yeah, I wanted to give him S tier, but nah, I'd say A tier is pretty good.
Yeah, is it honestly, like, I'm thinking
Like
about
I
S
could.
tier, like, what does Alm
Yeah.
give that
I
Leaf
could even
doesn't?
think about putting Leaf on S tier, honestly, with the perks, with all that stuff he has.
Because Alm has really good use in Aether Raid's defense. Leaf has really good use in Aether
Yeah.
Raid's offense and in Aether Raid's defense. Okay, yeah, I think I'm putting him in S tier, honestly.
Yeah. Like Archer's been going up.
Yeah, we've been getting a lot of good archers recently.
Yeah.
Speaking
Too
of good
bad they're gonna be
archers,
hard to summon.
yeah, definitely. Speaking of good archers, up next I got Legendary Lucina.
Oh boy.
Future Vision. That's all I have to
The
say.
Future Vision is so fun. Like I use it like all the time as like a bootleg dance. It's like a nice repositioning skill as a way to position her easier, like more forward. It's like so useful and like just feels
It was
good.
one of the few legendary hero banners I had struggles with on Lunatic.
I really like Lucina. That's all I have to say. Just Future Vision just feels good.
And she also was again another one of those situations where she was a problem for a while, like Elazura.
Yeah, she's
people-
even
Yeah.
still like she can be a problem for people that don't know how AI works. Like
Yeah.
she's like so unpredictable.
Yeah, and she gives like buffs to herself if her foe is using any physical weapon.
Yeah, her
Minus
weapon's cool. You
minus
can also
bows.
use Fire Sweep on her. It
Yeah, minus
depends on what you
bows.
like. You can also use Wings of Mercy on her and like swap with somebody and then refresh her. You can use like links on her. There's a plethora of cool shit.
Because I've seen this YouTube channel like where they do abyssal legendary hero maps with only a team of Lucinos. It's pretty sick stuff that he did.
Oh yeah, I've seen that channel too.
All right, I want to put her above Kromm in A tier.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes,
She's better than
definitely.
Kromm for sure.
And honestly,
the
like
next-
after thinking more about it, I want to put Kromm in B tier.
yeah, I think he's kind of falling. He kind of fell flat between.
Yeah, let's move it into B tier. I'd say.
Yeah, I'll put him at the top of B tier though, because I do think he's better than
Yeah.
everybody else there.
All right.
All right,
Next
up
we
next we have
Lynn.
the joke unit. The
Oh,
unit
man,
that
Lynn,
25% of
I only
people.
find her useful against blue. Blue units. That's it. Even
She's
so, it doesn't
so
really do
useless.
a lot.
Her A skill, she has a legendary A skill that's just worse fury. Like
Yeah.
what? It's so
Except
bad.
it doesn't even it doesn't chip damage to her, but that's about it.
Sometimes the chip is good though. To get into like
Yeah.
desperation range or Wings of
Yeah.
Mercy.
I'm like, I don't know why they didn't give her the fucking chip. Now that she has
Even
desperation.
still, like it's less stats too. It's worst unit on this
even
list, I think.
Swift Mola gear is kind of like not great at all.
I'd put her below Gunther. I think she's the worst unit on the list.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh yeah.
I
She's
could
the
have.
worst. She's
Yeah.
the worst legendary for sure.
I would have wished that they wouldn't have like messed her up that bad. Because honestly, Lynn, everybody kind of knows Lynn, even if you don't play Fire Emblem Heroes. Or like,
Yeah.
Was
Lynn
she
is
the
one
first colored bow?
recognizable. Yeah, she was the first
yeah.
colored bow we got.
Well, they can't all be winners.
Cool art, cool everything else, but her stats.
Yeah, I think
skills.
in terms of Lynn as an archer, I'd say probably the cavalry one is still the best one.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I'd rather have a Wrath than a Lyn, and Wrath drops at 4 stars.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say Brave Lynn is even better than her legendary counterpart.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. 4 legendary Lynn.
All right, we got legendary Marth up next.
Oh my god.
My favorite character from the Fire Emblem Zero Sum. I might be a little biased, but
I think that he's good. Don't get me wrong, but I don't buy into the bonus doubler stacking on him.
because you think that they can be like super countered by the panic skills or like that.
Oh, I don't care about it. A lot of people care about that. I personally don't care about the panic. I feel like you can play around the panic. I just feel like if you're
Marth,
stacking
like,
bonus
definitely...
doublers on him, he just becomes a ball of stats that isn't able to properly like do
Marth
things.
is definitely a dragon destroyer. That's for sure.
Oh, 5,000%. Arena,
Yes.
he is so useful to have, if only for Arena Assault. Like, okay, everybody like memes like, haha, Arena Assault unit XD for like bad units. But like, combined with like Legendary Lucina or something, just having like a single copy of him even is just so useful in Arena Assault when you go against that one annoying ass team of like 4 dragons. And he's able to just fire sweep them and guaranteed double
Marth,
them.
get to work.
Yeah,
Get to work.
Marth. It is so useful. So even if I like am saying that I don't buy into the bonus doubler stacking, I still think that he's just really good to have just for that. Like he's one of those feel good units. It just feels good to use. And
yeah.
But
I like using them. Yeah.
The reason that I don't like the bonus doublers is if you run the bonus doubler A skill, you don't have distant counter, and then you don't have distant counter, so like you can't tank ranged units very well. So you drop the
That's
bonus
true.
double or A skill. I think you run DC.
Yeah, I get him DC honestly.
And it's his special. I don't actually like it that much.
Yeah, for being called the Fire Emblem, I find it a little disappointing.
The buff is. I don't like the buff. I feel like I'd rather just have Regnal Astro scaling and drop the buff.
Yeah, his special is definitely just whatever, I guess it is.
Yeah,
I don't mean I don't mean to fry your favorite unit here or anything. Like I still think he's pretty fun
yeah.
and
No,
good.
I still feel like I have a hard time fighting Legendary Mars for sure.
I'd put him like
I'd say maybe like B tier, somewhere in B tier.
yeah, either the top
Yeah.
of C or like somewhere near the bottom of B.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Like comparing him to Hector, where would you?
Probably like, I mean, since he's a sword unit and has a bonus double bolts into the weapon, and if you give him DC, he can do some pretty decent stuff. So I'd say maybe above Hector.
I'll put him between Hector and Ike then.
Yeah.
mhm. Yeah. I still think Ike is better.
Yeah, I think Ike is
Alright,
better as well.
We got Grima.
Baked was out here defending Robin so hard for no reason, and then he just like
Offer.
quit his account with Robin on it like a month later because he was like,
I
she's
think
so
she's
mad.
alright. I
You-
think she's alright. Shit that
Uh,
neutralizes her effective flying.
Well,
yeah, neutralizing the effective flying's alright. I'd much rather she neutralized effective dragon still because
Yeah, I
anti-dragon
wish
is
there was a way to
everywhere.
neutralize the dragon.
Well, now there is with the new Idun duo unit coming right now.
Is that inheritable?
It's
No,
not.
I don't think it
No.
is.
It's not that it's inheritable. Idun's duo skill stops dragon effectiveness.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it is possible to drop the armor, the dragon effectiveness now, which thank
feel like-
God.
I feel like minus Alm and Leaf. For example, I feel like Robin is good against archers for sure.
She's alright against archers. Her shtick
If you
was that
give
she
her
was a
quick
fast.
riposte-
Her
yeah,
shtick
give her
was that
quick
she was like a
riposte and
fast
she'd be-
tank.
Yeah.
But the problem is, with all units that rely on their stats, she got power crept.
She did get power crept, in my opinion.
The fact that she's a colorless dragon is entirely unique to her, though, I believe.
Yeah, she was the first one.
But yeah, her stats are kind of lackluster. She's a flyer, and flyers don't have good skills.
C tier.
I think my best flyers were Katria and Churchy for sure.
Yeah, like C or D. I'm putting her at the bottom
Legendary
of C
Azora.
tier.
You can't forget about the Legendary Azora.
I'll put her at the bottom of C tier, below her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she kind of fell off.
Okay,
Next, we got our
Legendary
boy.
Roy.
We got our boy.
What's his A skill do again? Or not his A skill. What's his weapon do again? I forgot. I know it's effective against dragons, and what else?
Unit can counter attack regardless of foe's range. So it's just
Yeah, it's
Oh,
just
yeah,
built in DC.
Yeah, it's DC with effective against dragons, which is nice.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Roy's just stats. Honestly, like I
Stats,
don't think
yeah.
he has any cheats.
Yeah.
He doesn't have
His
anything
skills,
special to him.
his skills don't look anything special either. His
He
passive
was the
skills.
first unit that had bonus doublers, so I know everybody pulled his ass to fodder to their favorite unit to give him bonus doubler.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think
Cool.
he has anything cheat. He's just good stats, which he has good stats. Don't get me wrong. It's weird because what I want to do is I want to put him like between Ike and Marth right now because I like Ike better, even though
Yeah, I still think Ike is better.
even though I think Roy has like better stats in almost everything than Ike.
Maybe like low
I think he's
B.
higher than Marth for sure.
He's higher than Marth, I think.
Alright.
Just to counter with dragon effect.
Like Marth is better at fighting dragons in specific, even though Roy also has dragon effectiveness. But I think that like for general tanking, I like the DC. Weapon.
And the DC. I like the DC for sure.
But you can also run DC on Marth. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. The thing is, like Roy's weapon, like it comes with it.
But Roy's like outstatting Marth. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure like he's pretty comparable to Marth. actually,
Yeah.
stat-wise.
But looks like the legendary switch with one another from their general. Oh, the one we got at day 1 for.
Wait, hey, I just realized it's all the Smash Sword Lords in a line in the middle.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah. Next week, Ryoma.
Yeah, we got Legendary Ryoma. Okay.
I forgot he was a thing, to be honest. I honestly
No,
forgot
me
he was
too.
a thing.
He's actually like there's like an underground like Legendary Ryoma like fan club or whatever. He's actually decent. Like
He's decent.
Yeah, I'm
it's-
liking the skills that he has. I'm liking this.
and like everybody forgot that his B skill existed, but it's actually
Yeah,
pretty decent.
Bushido looks pretty good. It's like fucking Woe Dao built in already. It's like a Woe Dao.
I used to think it was shit. It's actually not that bad.
No, that's not
Yeah,
bad.
no, it's Woe Dao without actually having Woe Dao.
You just gotta invest it to Ryoma if you wanna make him pretty good.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
definitely
I
needs
say give him a
investment.
better.
He definitely needs merges.
Yeah.
But
I say give him a better A skill.
yeah, for sure. I think, funnily
Yeah,
enough, I
I'd
think
rather
he's
go
the
with
only
Swift
unit with
Sparrow.
Kestrel stance still.
Yeah, is he? Let me see. I think I'd rather go with Swift Sparrow. Yeah, he's the only one still.
I would rather go with like you're gonna love this one, bonus doubler.
Bonus doubler.
But the thing is, you can't run like some of the infantry skills on him, like
Yeah, no,
steady
you
breath
can't.
or whatever,
Yeah, that
which
sucks. That
sucks.
sucks.
But the thing
And the
is, his B
freaking
skill is taken already. So
flashing blade as well. You can't run that on him.
yeah, you
I
can't,
don't
which
think.
sucks.
Yeah, no. Like the only one who could get that is Sita, but with her refine.
Yeah. So I think that he's actually deceptively decent, but you need merges on him.
Yeah.
So I guess if you're a Ryoma fanboy, like there is hope.
I put him below Marth, I think.
I'd put him in C tier personally. I'd put him below
C
Fjorm.
tier. I'd say C tier.
C
Yeah.
tier. Yeah.
Like between
okay.
Fjorm and Hrid, I think.
I totally forgot this dude was even a legendary, to be honest.
It's reasonable. I spent a lot of money. When I say a lot of money, I mean like maybe like $80 or something on his release banner because Young Tiki was in it, and I wanted Young Tiki merges, and I got out of that banner with no Young Tikis, like 3 Sigurds, and
We're on to Tiki
plus
already?
1 legendary Ryoma. So I have him. I use him sometimes. He's not very impressive, but I don't have much investment in him.
Yeah, no.
But what did you ask?
Catria like the Shadows? Isn't the Catria from Shadows of Valentia version like better?
She's better player phase for sure, like a lot better player phase. But he's got the DC weapon, so you can make him like kind of dual phase-ish. All right, final
so
one, I think.
I don't care what anyone says. I like Legendary Tiki.
Oh, poor girl. Imagine getting power crept so hard by yourself.
Oh yeah, true. We got Fallen Tiki and oh man.
Yeah,
Fallen Tiki is just
Tiki's
better
still
in every way.
I like Legendary Tiki, but I prefer getting a Fallen Tiki if I ever get one.
Like Fallen Tiki's better stat-wise. Her C skill is much more better. She's better color-wise.
The only thing I like about her is the Fierce Breath and her weapon. That's about it.
I do not like Fierce Breath at all, actually.
You don't like any of the breath skills?
I don't, but of the breath skills, I like Fierce Breath the least.
Yeah, for sure. Because attack, it's all about attack.
Yeah, why do you care about attack on enemy phase? I mean, you care at some point, but like for tanks,
yeah.
I'd say
I give her a quick riposte seal with her bullfighter. I think it's pretty decent. But
yeah,
I
she's. Sorry.
I still find the freaking the Fallen Tiki much better.
Yeah, Legendary Tiki can still be scary. Like I still see plus 10 Legendary Tikis sometimes. Not as much as Fallen Tikis, but I still see them running around. She's definitely scarier than Hector.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But she doesn't have Hector's Osteopulse.
I definitely put her in B tier.
I'm kind of stuck between B and C tier. She's better than Grima for sure.
Yeah. She's
Probably
even
better
better
than
than the
Ryoma.
freaking Sacred Stone siblings, I think, as well.
Is she better than? Is she better than Fjorm?
I mean, but she's a dragon, so
Yeah.
I mean, being a dragon's kind of sucky sometimes because you got to
yeah.
deal with like everybody being racist against you.
So maybe I don't know, like higher than Fjorm.
Yeah, I think she's better than Fiora. Because she's able to tank more for sure.
All right,
Lower.
I'll put her higher than Fjorm, I guess. It's a toss up, I think, but I'm gonna put her in C
Yeah,
tier
like
just so
they're
I
not
can.
far. They're not. Don't get me wrong. They're not far apart from each other.
Yeah, I'm still gonna put
She's-
her in C tier because even if I put her like at the bottom of B tier, at the top of C tier, she's still in the same ranking compared to everyone else. And if I put her in C tier
Yeah.
right now, it's gonna make her really sexy bell curve for the unit ratings. Which I love my bell curves because it shows that I've made a pretty decent average.
Yeah.
All right, so I believe that's every legendary, right?
yeah, that should be
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, that
All
should
right,
be all of them.
we got through that with
The other ones,
relatively little arguments, I
Yeah.
think.
everyone else we did not gather from that we see images of. Those are mythical. Those are mythic
Yeah,
heroes.
these are the mythics down here. We're not rating them right now.
Yeah, no. There's even not a lot of mythic heroes, believe it or not, either.
Yeah, there's not. That's why I mean, I didn't want to include them because it would probably make the video too long, but that's why I made legendaries instead of mythics because there's more legendaries.
Yeah, even the FE Heroes Gamepedia like separates heroes, the legendary and mythical heroes.
I'd say we can maybe do mythical some other time.
Oh,
Yeah, whenever we get
definitely.
more,
When we get more,
along the way,
Yep.
because that's definitely happening for sure.
but yeah, as far as the legendaries, like looking back at it now that everyone's in the list, like, do you think it's pretty decent? Like anything that stands out is like, I don't know if this goes here.
Yeah, so I think we're getting a mythical one this month because we got Kromm last month, so I think we're getting a mythical one this coming month.
Hopefully, it's an offense mythic. We need more of those.
Yeah, I think we're getting one this month because we got Kromm last.
But yeah, in terms of the tier list, I think it's fine where it is right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's pretty decent. I don't see any like glaring like, oh, this is stupid. As far as ratings.
I think we can all agree that Legendary Zero and all Legendary Alm are still
Yeah,
one
those
of
are
the
Monk
top
S.
units.
Those are Monk at S. Whenever
Yeah.
you see
Oh yeah, for sure.
tier list looking clean.
Yeah, this is looking good. Hope you guys enjoyed this analysis video. Thank you so much for joining me, my compadres.
No problem. Thanks for having us.
Yeah,
Yeah, thanks for having us too.
and I will see y'all around. Hope you liked it. Bye.